Okay, so today we'll be studying from Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Okay. Um, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. So they're calling here King Solomon, who is the son of King David. They're calling him the preacher because he had the wisdom of God and was teaching it. Okay. So he says, "Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity." So what does vanity mean? Vanity means fruitlessness. Okay, that there's no point. He's saying everything is vain in this world. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? So he sees no benefits or profits in a labor of the signature, the toil of the soil. Okay, the labor of the flesh, going to work or whatever, doing your hobbies, whatever you set your mind to and put an effort to. He's questioning, he's challenging it. What is the benefit of doing those things? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. So he's saying this world exists, forever, and generations come, generations go. New people come, and then they die, and then new people and the old people go. It's just a cycle that seems vain. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. So this is another process. The sun just rising and the sun setting. Okay, what is the point of that? Okay, the wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to its purpose. So this is another process that just happens every day. And he's bringing the point. His point is, what is the point of that? Of these things happening every day? And all the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. Okay, so that's another process of how the rivers fill the sea. Okay, all things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So everything is work. Okay, but there's no satisfaction. You can this reminds me of entertainment. Like entertainment is so popular. We love watching TV and music, listening to music, and but we never get satisfied. We never get filled, like completed by those things. Okay, so it's vanity. It's fruitless. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So there's no new thing under the sun, meaning that everything that that is on earth is not new. Okay, remember how we said that earth is supposed to reflect heaven? So in heaven, all these things already existed. Okay, so is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us. So in heaven, they have they they are a very complex and advanced civilization, and they have all this. They have economics, they have um, they politics, they have um, the the hair and beauty industries, they have sports, they have so many things that we do here on earth. So that's why nothing is new under the sun. Okay. And another example is that how in the when they dig up old civilizations, um, they've discovered, I think it was in the Roman Empire, that they had toilets. Okay, way before toilets were invented and reinvented again, they had toilets, and we thought the whole time no one had toilets. So that's just interesting. So the fallen watchers had that knowledge of the world, and they gave the children of the world war and uh, things that destroy them as well. But the point is that nothing is new. It's under the sun. Okay. Even if we say, okay, cell phones, they didn't have cell phones back in the day. But in heaven, obviously, it was conceived. Those things were conceived there. Okay. Okay. Because heaven really is also very advanced with technology, which is what the fallen watchers also give to Adamites still. That's why we're so quick to advance in technology, and we think that this is true advancement. But this is what the fallen watchers want us to think. But it's not technology it, it, that that is the measure of advancing. But what is it? It's faith, right? The progression of faith. That's the true measure of advancement. Okay. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, those that shall come after. So this also reminds me of like how we spoke about ancient civilizations. We don't really have all the information of how they used to live, and it's always just theories. Okay, so nobody remembers those ancient civilizations. Even though their memorials still stand, we can see some of their structures, their buildings, but that's all that we have. There's no remembrance of them, um, and neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So he's speaking here that in the millennial reign of Christ, there shall be no memorials left of this world. God will totally destroy this world. And in millennium reign, we will have to tell them, oh, this is what happened in the old world. Okay, um, and we will be informing them. This is people didn't listen, and God was judging. Saying everything that happened in this world, um, because they won't know. There will be no standing memorials or you know textbooks about it, except in heaven, where it's recorded. Okay. I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem. So, okay, uh, he's just telling us that he is the king. Uh, he's gonna bring a point about vanity again. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all the things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. So here he's saying that he searched out, because remember how God gave Solomon as a preacher wisdom, okay, because he prayed for it, and God was pleased and said he's going to make him the wisest king ever. So when we touch the tools, what do we receive? We receive the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of God. Okay? And this is what Solomon had. His wisdom was rooted in God's perspective, even though he didn't have the knowledge of Christ, but he had wisdom rooted in God's perspective. Okay? So what is wisdom? Wisdom is it's described as the direction of facts. Okay, knowledge is described as the accumulation of facts. Accumulation of the facts is knowledge as well. The accumulation means the building up of facts, and facts uh, consistent to God's character, purpose, and plan. So it's truth. So it's the accumulation of the knowledge of truth. Okay, the building upon the knowledge. Like every day we come to the altar, we're learning, we study the doctrine, we are collecting facts, we are building up the knowledge, building up with the knowledge of Christ, right? And understanding and discernment. So let's understand wisdom. Wisdom, we said, is the direction of facts. So it's like with when you have a fruit, you just have a whole bunch of fruit, whole fruits. You pick them from the trees, and then you put them on your kitchen table. Uh, that's just like having knowledge. Okay, you've collected these fruits, and then so wisdom is what you do with that knowledge. What do you do with the fruit? You make a fruit salad, right? So wisdom is making a fruit salad. Okay, so we can see how Apostle Eric was recently teaching that through wisdom and prudence. So prudence is just about being careful and thoughtful, okay, for the future and for the task at hand, being careful and thoughtful. So with wisdom and prudence, we design and we construct, especially our spiritual sacrifices of prophecy. When you offer a spiritual sacrifice, you don't just say whatever comes out of your head. You actually have to sit down and think about it and make connections with the anointing. That's prudence, just being patient at the altar and doing those things and designing, thinking about your sacrifice, um, crafting it. Okay, so that's wisdom and prudence, taking the knowledge, directing the facts, using the knowledge and creating something of it. Okay, so so it says, I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. So you wanted to understand everything on earth, the system of the world, and nature, and just he used his wisdom to understand the meaning of things, of the world. This sore travail has God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. Okay, so we Adamites were supposed to rule this earth, this dimension. We're above the animals and above nature. We're supposed to rule it and discover it, and but from but um for our learning, um uh and we're supposed to do it with God's wisdom. Um, we're supposed to take care of the earth. Okay. Um, so even as Apostle Eric was saying, teaching about how Adam named all the animals by the anointing. Okay. So the world is full. It's a world full of parables, and Adam named. It's a world full of allegories, and Adam named the animals after their allegories, which allegories spoke of the mysteries of God. Okay, so we really are supposed to rule the earth by the anointing, right, and the wisdom of God. Okay, this is why it's saying of the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So he's saying he's experienced a lot. Okay, at this age, he was experienced. He learned. He knows the knowledge of this world. He knows how this world works. Uh, and he's saying it's vain. It's fruitless. Okay, there's no substance. These things are just happening every day, and it vexes the spirit. It causes vanity and vexation. Okay, even suffering is vain. The vanity of suffering, like waking up in the morning, taking a bath, brushing your teeth, putting your clothes on, going to school, going to work, learning, coming back, cooking dinner, eating, uh, going to sleep, every single day. Okay, uh, that's vain. And only when we put on the knowledge of Christ are we protected from that impact. We don't get depressed. We put on the knowledge of God's plan, and our frailty and the care of need doesn't impact us, doesn't vex us, and uh, you know that impact of vanity and vexation we're shielded from, and we walk in the joy of faith, right? In the joy of the Lord. Okay, as our cycles, God's work in us makes us complete. Okay, so that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. Okay, so this speaks of the many contradictions and how we cannot unravel all the deceptions, and we cannot fix all the contradictions. Is a dimension of contradiction. I communed with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they have before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. Okay, so he reasoned in himself, saying, I have all these things, I've experienced everything, I've tried everything, and I've gotten more wisdom than anyone, because God has given me that wisdom and the knowledge. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. So He's also seen the bad side, the sin, of sin, of contrariness, and uh, and he says that's also vain, even doing evil. For in such wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increase in sorrow. So this just bringing attention to how we need. He didn't have the foundation of truth, and he wasn't growing in grace and knowledge. Okay, because Christ had not come to provide a covenant. So we see the need of all the three ingredients of grace: wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Grace embodies wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and we need all of that, okay? So that uh, fruit can be born in the soul, so that we can consume it, okay? And fruit can be born in the soul, and we can increase uh, in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, virtue, and power, okay? But without the whole thing, just wisdom on its own, there's much grief because of the vanity and the vexation. All these things, but you are not experiencing fulfillment. It's vain. It's fruitless. Okay. All right.